You won't. Welcome everybody to Sister Talk with LTB. I am Brittany, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to our channel. This is season 3, episode 1. We are back at it again, and we can't thank nobody but you, our loyal viewers. So thank you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, interacting on our page, whatever. Thank you, because without you, there's no Sister Talk. So we definitely appreciate you for that. So what I'd like to do, before I get into all of the fancy stuff, I'm going to introduce my sisters. And we are going to start with the beautiful baby of the group, Miss Tiara. Say hello.
Hey, everybody.
That's Tiara. She's the baby. And also, we have the beautiful Miss Nisha, our big sister. Say hello. And if you don't know, my sisters are beautiful entrepreneurs. They both have their own businesses. Please go follow them. Follow Tiara's business at Armani Nicole's. Follow Nisha at The Plug. She got some underscores in there too, y'all, but y'all be able to find it. For real. And of course, I, once again, am Brittany. You can follow me at _creations by Brittany. I make all the stuff. The stuff is what I make. And that is what I do. See? They did it on cue. Look, we sisters for real, y'all. So, for all of our new people here and our loyal viewers, you might need a reminder, so we have a beautiful mission statement. And we make sure we try to live by this mission statement, because if we do not live by this mission statement, do you know what's going to happen? Our big sister is going to beat us. So we have to make sure that it is correct. So here at Sister Talk, we want to make sure that we engage you in sassy conversation. So sassy. It's so sassy that you got to do the neck roll. Sassy conversation. And if you don't know by now, we are all sassy on different levels, but I'm at the bottom. And they, it's different levels.
Yeah, clean that on up.
We also want to empower you to be your authentic self. Please be you, because we are going to be us. This is a safe place. We can talk, laugh, and be who we are. And
amen.
If you can,
hallelujah.
Yes, amen. Hallelujah. Absolutely. Little 2-second praise break. And last but not least, we want to make sure that we encourage you to the next level. Okay. Whatever goals you got out there, please make sure that you do what you need to do to accomplish those goals. And Sister Talk, we here for you, boo. Okay. We will hype you up. Okay. We will give you all the gas. Not as much as we give Nisha, but we will give you all the gas. Okay. So please make sure that you're hitting your goals. Especially this year, we all have been through a whole lot with this whole panoramic. So please hit them goals, okay?
Yes.
So basically, that is our mission statement. We live by it. We talk about it on every episode. So you should know it by now. We should too. But the point is, that is our mission statement. So another thing that we like to do before we really go into our topic is we do want to talk about our church announcements. And I really love the church announcements. This is one of my favorite parts of the show, because we get to have like a little moment of praise breaking. You always need a little praise break. Absolutely. There you go. Do it. No, you're not done. Do it some more. A little more.
Oh, are we doing a little more?
Give me the mouth. Give me the mouth. Okay.
Well.
I only have 2 church announcements today, though. So, as I discussed with my sisters, I have been consulting with the Lord, and I think that we might be doing a giveaway. You're gonna have to stay tuned. I'm really happy. you're gonna have to stay tuned because I'm still working out the details and the kinks of that, but a giveaway is gonna be coming soon. So
giveaway.
A giveaway means free. So
free on the free. No.
So we'll let y'all know about that, whether it's on the page or whatever. Y'all will get the details. But one thing for sure, we do want to make sure that you guys know Sister Talk is always up for trying to promote people's businesses, you know, using our platform to get your name out there. Like, this is what we like to do. So please, if that is something that you want, you know, if you want us to feature your logo as our background, talk about your business, you know, plug your social media accounts, hit us up. Okay, you can email us at sistertalkwithltb@gmail.com. You can hit us up on our IG page. Tiara hit you up on the IG page. Shiron, because she the social media lady. I ain't allowed to touch the social media page no more, so she'll hit you up.
Neither.
I mean, you never.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Y'all are crazy.
Please let us know. Let us promote you. Like, and this is free of charge. Like, this is the kindness of our heart. So hit us up.
Especially with Black History coming up, we definitely want to highlight some Black businesses. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, hit us up, guys, because we serious. There's no hidden fee or anything like that. No fine print. None of that good stuff. So now
we ain't gonna get you.
Right. you ain't gonna be telling people those Sister Talk girls got me. They got me. No, we're not doing that. So please hit us up. But yeah, that was all my church announcements. Unless you guys have something you want to share, then we can kind of like go on into our topic. Hey, go in. Okay. I guess they have nothing else to add. So I will take the silence as I can go ahead and move forward. So today, guys, we are going to be talking about birth control. Okay. Ooh. Something that a lot of people need because they abuse their reproductive organs. So
I wasn't ready for that. One.
Wait, what?
They do. But we're just gonna talk about like our opinions of it. You know, how do we feel about it? So if you don't know, for whatever reason, you don't know what birth control is, Google said that birth control is the act of preventing pregnancy, if you didn't know. Methods include medication, procedures, devices, and behaviors. So that is what Google says. So if you still need a little more, you know, definition here, I have some different birth controls listed that you can kind of, you know, research on, maybe use. So of course we have the pill. We have the IUD, we have the birth control shot, male condoms, a diaphragm, spermicide, a cervical cap, the female condom, I don't think so, a birth control sponge, a patch, vaginal ring, and a vasectomy. There's some other stuff, but you get the drift, right? Mm-hmm. So I have talked a lot now. I am actually going to pass the torch to Tiara because I really just want to know, you know, what are your opinions of birth control? How do you feel? She got something to say.
Before we even proceed, I do want to say that we are not medical professionals, okay? Now, Nisha got the most credentials in regards to knowing anything about this stuff. However, yeah, all from personal experience or hearsay, okay? So if you still want to try it, by all means, sis, you do your thing. Okay.
Contact your doctor first. Don't say Sister Talk said.
Right. Exactly. But with that being said, well, the disclaimer is out the way. Okay. I have voiced my opinion about this time and time again. I absolutely hate birth control. I love the thought of birth control, what it is there to do. However, how it impacts my body personally on a personal level, I am not a fan. Of course, and I don't want to be male bashing. However, this all comes from or stems from a place that is led by a male society, or where the men are more prominent in this field, which is the medical field. Which I find it real funny how majority of these birth control methods that have been listed and shared with us are specifically geared towards women. Okay. But before we even dive into that portion, I want to talk about just a few experiences that I've had on birth control itself and the types that I have had. So I first got on the pill when I was 16 years old. I had a horrible menstrual cycle, which really, it even like not allowed for me to fully function in school because it was so bad that I would be like curled over. My stomach was hurting so bad. So my mom took me to the doctor. The doctor suggested I get on the pill. The pill was not good for me because I got home at different times during the day, and they tell you to take it at the same time every single day. And I was unsuccessful with that. And because of that, it threw off my my menstrual cycle and had me on my cycle for a really long time. Secondly, I also had the depot shot. The depot shot really, it was cool at first. However, it did cause for me not to have a menstrual cycle, which as years went past, I realized that it couldn't be the most healthiest option if my body is naturally supposed to cleanse itself in that way, in the way of a menstrual cycle, and then I wasn't having one. And it really started to give me different type of symptoms after I had it for so long. I started to actually think I was pregnant. So I was sexually active, obviously, but I started to get really nauseous. I was really sick a lot, like with pregnancy symptoms, but I wasn't pregnant, and they didn't stop until after I got off the shot, which I didn't gain any weight, which is the regular like symptoms they say that you get. And then now, after my beautiful daughter, of course, I didn't want to have Irish twins. I think that's what they call them. The doctor, right? The doctor, before I had even given birth, came to me asking what was my plan about contraception after have given birth to Eden. And, you know, I really didn't think nothing of it because, you know, actually the pull-out method was working for a while, you know what I'm saying? Until Eden came along, then we realized, like, you know, maybe that's not that good, guys. But then got on the IUD, which has been a horrible experience for me from the beginning up until now, where I'm still on it, and literally I'm only on it for the sake of not having more children. However, I don't know if it works because of the fact that it's actually doing what it's supposed to do, or it's because your cycle's so long you ain't having sex no way. So that's my experience with birth control so far. I rated 0 stars. I'll give it 2 stars. 2 stars for doing what it's supposed to do. However, for how it makes me feel, we go -8. -8. You guys, how do you guys feel about birth control and your personal experiences? Because Nisha, I know it's something that you do want to bring up to your girls and let them know what their options are. But personal experience, what you give it? What you giving it? Brittany, what you giving it, Nisha?
I'm definitely gonna give it a 0.
I agree with what you said. I am not for nothing that is stopping a menstrual cycle. Like you said, this is something of what was created to cleanse us. And so even though young girls wants to be like, oh, I'm so tired of bleeding, that'd be the first thing. And if you pay attention, that is the first thing that the doctor will say. It'll stop your period, girl. And that's how they will you in. And to me, birth control is just another pharmaceutical method way of cashing in on it. Like it's a pharmacy cash out, like whatever is hot, that's what the doctor is selling. And so when you go to your doctor's appointments, I encourage all women, and I'm gonna say all women, but mostly Black women, to do the research and depending on what hospital you're going to, those pharmaceutical companies get in contact with these hospitals and they push for their methods and their product to be at the hospital. So you got to find out what's hot at that hospital. What are they pushing for? And right now, what is out is those IUDs. I'm not for them at all. My personal experience was when I started off on the pill, I couldn't remember to take the pill. It just wasn't a good thing. I don't have nothing against it. It didn't do nothing to me hormonally, but I just couldn't remember to take it. So I ended up getting pregnant, of course. And after that, I had got the Depo. The Depo was not good. Number one, the Depo stopped my period, which at the time I thought was a good thing. Number two, I gained a tremendous amount of weight. I probably would have gained this weight any other way because just got to know what your DNA is. And so I probably would have gained some weight, coming up through my teenage years, but I wouldn't have never gained that much weight. That Depo I gotta say, at least 130 pounds on me when I was done. And wow. It's like, hell, getting it off. No.
It's easy to gain it, but get it off.
And then from that point, after the Depo, I didn't have birth control. I just didn't do it. I was grown by that time. I could do what I wanted to do, make my own decisions. And then after I had my third child, I got the IUD. I got the copper one. And I was fine with it. It worked. I never felt nothing. The copper one doesn't give off any hormone stuff.
Right.
So I was cool. I didn't have any complaints about it. But baby, by the time that the copper IUD lasts 10 years, 7 or 10 years, something like that. When it was over, it was over. And so whatever was hot, that's what was out. And so then they wanted me to, go for another IUD. And then I was like, okay. And I went for the Mirena. No, absolutely. It was horrible. I was in so much pain. I was like, what is happening? I never had this problem before. And, I just started having all of these issues. And so then from the Mirena, why my light keep cutting off? From the Mirena, I had I was about to get the Essure. And the Essure was something is now not on the market because it was a lot of complaints about it. It had nickel in it, I believe. It was a lot of things wrong with the Essure, and I almost ended up getting jacked up with it. But within that short period of time, I don't know if it was the copper IUD or if it was because of the Mirena, but I ended up with huge fibroids. And so I ended up having to get a hysterectomy. And I honestly feel like when you begin to inject your body with these different devices, you don't know what's happening on the inside.
Yep.
And it's kind of like it's almost, I almost feel like it's kind of like what people say about COVID. COVID comes and invades your body and then it leaves behind.
It's like a foreign object.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get it out.
And you got to realize your body is an object inside your body. Regardless if you have the implant, if you get the IUDs, anything of what you are putting on the inside of your body has a defense mechanism going on. So it's like, oh my goodness, what is happening? I gotta get this away. I gotta fight this off. And so people don't think of it like that. And that's you believe what the doctors are telling you instead of researching for yourself. But I really encourage y'all to research things for yourself. Read up on it. If it's something that you are curious about and they don't want to give you the information about it, it's probably because it works. And they know that's going to put them out of business. So do your research. Do your research. Britt, what you got to say? I know you can give it to us.
Yeah, I have.
Give it all to us.
So I did not have any type of birth control until I was 27. After I had my daughter, I too had a very long and nice run with the pull-out method. So didn't need it, I guess. But I actually got the implant. So I got the Nexplanon put in my arm, and I had it for 4 months before I was back at my doctor, like, take it out and take it out now. And they were trying so hard to get me like, oh, well, you know, no. That entire 4 months, I bled. Not only did I bleed the entire 4 months, I kept having these awful, awful thoughts about hurting my baby. And I was like, this is weird. So I started researching it, and I saw a whole bunch of women saying the exact same thing about that particular birth control. And I was like, okay, so I'm not crazy. Because at one point I was about to call my mama or Nisha, like, come help. Like, please. Right. But I started researching it, and it was just like a list going down of a whole bunch of different women saying that they were experiencing the exact same thing that I was. So I called and made an appointment with my doctor the next day. And I was like, come on, take it out. And when I tell you, that woman was not trying to take that out of my arm. She was like, so first of all, this woman wasn't my doctor. She was just like, I'm filling in for her. And she's like, well, you don't want to just wait until your doctor comes back. You know, she'll be back in the next 2 months. 2 months. You're going to take this out today. Okay. It was literally the worst 4 months of my life. It was like my cycle was double than what it normally was. And it just never stopped. It never stopped.
And so do you
after
feel like
that just turned me off?
Do you feel like it made like a postpartum for you worse? Because
I do.
Sometimes when sometimes people go through postpartum and it may be just a mild thing, so it's not that bad. But then when you start to have those negative thoughts, that's like something that usually they say is like a red flag. So that's definitely good that you were able to identify that, because I didn't know that, but it's good that you were able to identify that and address it. But I wanted to say something towards what Nisha said about doing the research, because everybody does have different experiences with different things. So like how we tell in our audience, hey, do your research. It is a trial and error type of thing. But if you feel some type of way, get it out. So for me, when I did get the IUD, I ended up getting the copper one. I have the copper IUD. And I got it solely based on the fact that it didn't have any hormones because I am breastfeeding. And I felt that was important. I didn't want to have the hormones. And y'all know how I am anyway, finicky, because eating still getting everything that's in my body. So, of course, trying to make absolutely all the right decisions when it comes down to what I am putting inside my body, so that she doesn't get anything extra or unnecessary. So for me, it was very important that I didn't have any hormones. Almost all of the other options for women have hormones in them. And also that plays an effect because I'm still producing hormones or certain hormones that was in pregnancy while I'm breastfeeding. So let alone some extra hormones. Hey, they might be hanging off the balcony. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like in my feelings type. You know what I mean, though? So like that part was like super, super, super important to me. So when I got the IUD, that it was what I initially had in thought. You know what I'm saying? Now, had I been married, though, let's be clear. Had I been married, I'd have been like, "Oh, your baby, sir, I'm telling you." However, that's just not a risk that I'm trying to take at this time. You know what I'm saying? But and then I also heard that once you get pregnant, you are more fertile. You'll have
absolutely.
There's an option that you could be having more children, and I was
absolutely.
Like, I need to take these precautions because Lord, even though I'm strong, sometimes I ain't that strong. So, so I had to take the precautions. You know, I'm trying to be wise. So we just say, first of all, to all our audience, do your research, but do what's best for you. So like for me, once I start feeling like it was all this other stuff happening, I did go to the doctor. I had them do x-rays, ultrasounds to make sure it was in place correctly. They did continue to tell me that it was in place. I got it checked twice. And I believe that I talked to you guys once when I was going. And it was a really scary experience because for me, I'm very in touch with my body. I knew when I was pregnant as soon as like a couple weeks after that egg was like fertilized. I was like, hold on, something ain't right. You know what I mean? And I knew then. I was only like 5 or 6 weeks. It wasn't even that long. They wouldn't even see me at the doctor yet. And I was like, yeah, I called them like, yeah, my period late. I'm probably pregnant. It's like 7 days late. I've been counting the days already and it's pretty regular. So at that point, it was like, yeah, you already know what's up. This is it. So for me, like, even with this IUD now, I feel like
look, she going on the phone like the pull-out game ain't worked this time, buddy.
Hey, hold on. What's so crazy is we definitely got to say this part. This is the transparent part that y'all probably didn't even know. I already knew the night that we did it that I probably was going to be pregnant. I went and took a plan B. Moment of silence.
Plan B said, gotcha.
Crickets at this moment.
Silence.
We need crickets jumping across the screen. Like,
I went and took a plan B, but God said, no, plan A is in full effect. Amen.
Absolutely not. Get that out of here.
So that's the point. And then also to this point, we got plan B, but did you know that if you're over a certain weight limit, plan B is inactive for you?
That's right, everyone. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
And I believe it's about 155 pounds.
While you were bumping and grinding,
that ain't
listen, Listen, viewers, people, our people watching this while you busy bumping and grinding, and then next day running to that store, getting that Plan B, check your weight status, baby.
For real.
Because the $50-$60 for them diapers you gonna be buying.
Right, you better say that much. Hey, cause listen. So that's definitely, I've had many experiences with birth control. Now I kind of want to change gears. Y'all ready for this?
I'm scared.
What's good? What's good though? What's good with these men getting a form of birth control? Y'all got condoms, y'all got vasectomies. Yeah. Okay. First of all, your condom, you talk about it don't feel right, you know.
I need to feel the skin. I want to feel the skin. I want to feel the whole inside.
Right. Okay. And then vasectomy, they be walking around talking about, I'm less of a man.
Ain't nobody clipping my balls.
Exactly. That's exactly.
And some of y'all actually need that though. Like seriously. You need
I mean, the fact of the matter is, I can only have one pregnancy at a time. Sir, you sirs out here, okay? You can have multiple women pregnant at once. Current news, and RIP to Nick Cannon's son that did pass away. No shame. Definitely heartfelt. But we want to talk about Nick Cannon. We want to talk about Lil Wayne. We want to talk about all of these people that's big predominant people. The list goes on and on. Okay. What did Temptations say? Wasn't it the Temptations? Papa was a rolling stone.
Papa was a rolling stone.
Baby, you can lay your hat on 5th Avenue, 4th Avenue, 3rd, and Clementine Street. And baby,
all in one night and I have a baby at each and every one of those stops.
You feel me? At this point, the way that technology and medical, y'all hold on. Look, COVID came, y'all came up with the vaccine, baby. Y'all got that boy out and it is popping and it is going, okay? Y'all prevent these people from dying and all of this. Okay. Listen, y'all talking about global warming. Y'all trying to decrease the population. Let's start with these men. Have you looked at yourself in the mirror? What Michael Jackson said? I'm talking to the man in the mirror.
I'm talking to the man in the mirror.
That's what y'all need to do right now. Right now. Turn around. Just pause the video. If you got a man's around, let him know. Listen. Y'all need to be putting some money towards the funding for your birth control. Hello.
And then those are the same men that decide when, where, and how we should be having a baby.
Exactly. These are the same decision makers. I know somebody out there got some type of contraception for men. They ain't telling us, but
it must not be in the US of A. That's what it is. Somewhere
it ain't been approved by the FDA. That's all that.
Hey man,
they ain't gonna prove it.
Hey, wow. It's because it's just like it just don't make no sense to me though. It's like how y'all be so smart but so dumb at the same time.
But well, when we think about this, who should we really be mad at? Who really created our bodies for this?
God created our bodies to bear children. Is that what you're getting at?
God created man to keep on making these babies.
First of all, but he said, God gave Adam Eve. God gave Adam Eve. He did not say, here's Eve, Susan, Mary, Elizabeth.
Bonquisha.
But it is cases in the Bible where a man had multiple women pregnant.
But
right?
it wasn't right. It wasn't always
the cost
right.
of living was
It wasn't right. It wasn't right. But it kept happening.
Too much.
Listen though. Abraham and Sarah was old. Sarah said, "Go lay with my homegirl here."
Girl, don't even go there. Don't even go there.
Hey,
I cannot stand
but
it.
it still wasn't
went and
right.
lay with Hagar, and then she say, get this broad up out of here because I'm sick of looking at her and her baby. Ain't that how it be though?
Let me just tell you this, because ain't nothing over here about to go be laying with nothing else but me. Period.
You feel? Hey, you feel?
Okay.
You feel?
But I do understand where Tierra coming from though. Like, you ain't gotta be having 19 women pregnant at the same time.
So
like,
they
come
need to
out.
control. What they? I know back in the day it was this thing like quit thinking with the wrong head.
Right.
You thinking with the wrong head, brother. You figure this out now.
But listen, because I don't want to hear all that. Because let me tell you, my great grandmother on my mom's side had 15 kids.
Ouch. That had to hurt.
That came out of her vaginal canal.
Wait, hold up.
She had some multiples at one time, though, right?
Out of her.
Only one set of multiples.
Oh, Lord.
That is 15 pregnancies that we know of. Or 14. 14 pregnancies that we know of. So just because her man's one of the buns, right? She gave him to him. She got pregnant. She did her duty. However, look, we could discuss that, but you ain't about to be, I ain't having 15 kids though, let's be clear. But
15.
you ain't got to going around town. And back in them days, they was at home.
They could do that back then though, because the cost of living, you know how much
the cost of living.
You talking about the cost of living. I'm talking about the body. Look, I'm talking about the body. I'm talking about the body.
I know you talking about the body, but man, do you know how much a child costs?
Oh, hey, I know. But I'm just thinking of how her body was. Hello.
Oh, there's
you to join us. You're back at work now. Okay. How nice of you to clock in. You gonna tell us how you feel about this?
Like, I made it.
Like, all I know is I made it here, and that's all that matters.
Okay, and as long as I keep getting milk shots, I'm good.
Matter of fact, what time the bar open?
Right.
Matter of fact.
Oh man, that was
good. But yeah, I mean, it's a conversation that needs to continue to be had. It needs to be addressed. It's definitely unfair. We already know there is a bias. You know what I'm saying? However, ladies, hey, you gotta do what's best for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure that you do that research. Find out what you are putting in your body, regardless of if it's orally, if it's something that you injecting, even condoms. Like condoms, you got to look at how they're made. What are they using on them? Because that can be a another little thing. You could be having all of these issues with the vajayjay and don't even know why, but that little stinking condom and all of this stuff that's supposed to help you, and your whole sensitive vajayjay is like all jacked up.
Right.
All jacked
whole
up.
little pH gone. Got up and left.
So the thing of what I'm gonna say is make sure that you are doing your research. If you continue to follow us, we'll have all other things posted so that you can look it up. Don't go by what the doctor is telling you, because guess what? That doctor got to get paid. So he got to go with whatever is being said to him. And so do your own research. Come up in there prepared, asking, demanding, like, hey, because at the end of the day, that's your body. And you are injecting this stuff in your body. They going home to their family living probably birth control free.
Right.
Exactly. And so you got to do what's best for you. However, I will put the plug in and say, women, things that stop your period may not be a natural thing. And so once you stop your period, your body is bagged with a whole bunch of mess. If you don't believe me, again, do the research. Do your own investigation on a woman's body, because a lot of that, knowing a woman's body is not being taught in school. And so you have to know what a woman's body is here to do and what we produce and what we need to, get up out of us on a regular basis. Okay.
Right. Exactly. Definitely.
Oh, that's Tierra's job. My bad.
Right.
Well, I think that concludes our conversation for today. Listen, do what's best for you, period. You're going to have to do what's best for you. Just like Nisha said, just like Brittany said. You got to do what's best for you. If it's convenient for your lifestyle at the time, I completely understand. However, I ain't down for it if you don't have to. Just don't do it. If you don't want to get pregnant, the best way to take care of yourself and be healthy is to be abstinent. Absolutely. If that's not what you want to do. But if you want to be out here getting freaky, then, and you don't want to get pregnant, be out here getting freaky.
Out here getting freaky.
You're gonna have to pick out which one you want to go with. You want to go option A or you want to go option B? The road is yours to take.
Safe travels.
On that note.
Safe travels.
And on that note, y'all, we hope we have engaged you in some sassy conversation. Empowered you to be your authentic self. And encourage you to the next level, whatever your next level is. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and whatever else. Follow us on all of our social media platforms at SisterTalk with LTB. Just keep turning off. If you have a comment that you don't want to post on our page on any of our social media platforms, you can always DM us, but you can also email us. Maybe you have a topic that you want to hear our lovely opinions about, and you can always do that sending us an email at sistertalkwithltb@gmail.com. Sisters, do y'all got anything?
I got nothing. Till next time, beautiful people.
Y'all be safe out here.
Please, dude, strap up. Bye.
Bye.
I've been blooping all day.